Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AmericanDreamTrading.com's live futures training and educational outreach. We are an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, which was created and is owned by Chad Christian, which we call Coach. I call him Coach. We call him Coach for reasons because he educates us, coaches us, cheers us on, corrects us when we need corrected, just like a real coach would. And everything that's included in investing, whether it's day trading, swing trading, long term trading, overnight trading, you name it, he teaches us how to do it. Teaches us on stocks, stock options, crypto, and like you are here today, futures. So everything that generally comes out of my pie hole, I've learned from Coach. Hopefully, everything that comes out of my mouth is a thing that Coach has taught us. That's where I've learned everything. I didn't know how to do any of this until I've come to know Coach, and I've embraced everything that he teaches, his education, how he presents things, so that I've gotten to the point where now I've been doing this for 2 years, each and every day, full time. This is my full time vocation and this is what I do for a living. This is how I put food on my table. This is how I pay my mortgage. This is how I pay my car payment. Um, so if I'm not successful here on an overall daily basis, the electric company guy is going to be standing on my front porch with his hand out saying, "Hey, where's my money?" One thing about it, they always want their money. They don't care that you paid on your mortgage for 20 years. If you're 2 months behind, they're going to be calling you, right? They have no sense of humor. Your people that you owe money to have no sense of humor when you don't pay them, even if you've always paid them. So, if you've ever been laid off in your life and been in a financial straits, which I have been during my lifetime, I've been laid off. I've had other people determine for me whether I was going to work for them or not. And I've been laid off 3 times in my life, 4 times, something like that. Where they were in control of my destiny and they decided whether I was going to continue to work there anymore. Well, when the economies got bad and they decided to downsize, well, yeah, see you bye. Those are difficult decisions that companies have to make sometimes. And you may be on the short end of that stick one time of your life if you haven't been already. If you haven't, good for you. But the days of working for one company like my father did, my grandfather and my great grandfather, they worked for one company the day they graduated from high school and they retired from there. Those days are pretty much over, right? There's no second thought about laying people off or moving the company out of the country or whatever if it's advantageous to them making money. If you're in the road to that, then goodbye. So, well, how did I end up here? Well, I got tired of other people being in control of my destiny, and I thought, well, after the last time, I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I'm having tired of having other people in control of my destiny. uh, YouTube is live on my end there. I don't know if everybody. I can see YouTube. Refresh your screen. Um, everybody on YouTube, I can see Brianna's over there. You can see me, Brianna, right? Hello, hello. Yep, they're giving hearts. You're shooting hearts over there. Check your reload your feed there. Maybe you'll see it. Um, yeah, so I got tired of that, and a friend of mine who's a long time, matter of fact, he's one of the original members here at American Dream Trading, introduced me to Coach, and I watched him on YouTube for a while. And well, it wasn't very long. It was a couple of days. I'm like, man, I like this guy. I like how he teaches. I like his style. I like his dry sense of humor. He's kind of got one like I do. And I just liked how he presented the information in a way that I could understand it. And I decided to go whole hog. I bought a lifetime membership with that. I think it was I don't think I watched maybe 3 days and I decided, yeah, this is the route I want to go. And I think my friend who has been in a long time, like I say, he was one of the original ADT members. He still is, but you don't ever hear from him talk, and I'm not going to say his name just because never had that discussion with him. So that was the best thing. It was a life-changing thing. I've now acquired a skill that nobody can take away from me. If Coach decides to shut this whole show down today, I have a lifetime skill that nobody can take away from me. I will continue to do what I am doing, which is I am a day trader, and I'm in and out of trades all day long. I don't hold anything overnight. That's one investment strategy. We also have members that hold overnight, weeks or months, right? There's all kinds of different trading strategies, and you have to find the one that you like. We have a lot of swing traders in here, people that hold things for hours or days or weeks or months at a time, and then they get out of it whenever they get out based on the information that's presented in front of them. And then we have other people buy and hold for years. So there's all different ways of investing, different strategies. It depends on your risk tolerance, what you do, right? So, coach teaches on all those things. So, we can always help you to find the type of trading you like to do. So, and we are an education program company, by the way. Coach formed American Dream Trading about 4.5 years or so ago. He's been live every day for the last 2.5 years plus, Monday through Friday. And we are live as a free outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com Monday through Friday. Coach is live from 9 to 11 Eastern Time each and every day. I am live here with the Futures program from 2 to 4 p.m. each and every day, Monday through Friday. And we have the Aftermarket Show with Dawn from 5 p.m. till about 6 p.m., 6:30 somewhere, depending how sometimes they get in deep discussions. They don't shut her down. They just keep going. No time limits or anything as far as that goes. So check that out. That's all over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. So if you haven't ever attended that one at 5 p.m., check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's after the market. You know, you're not concentrating on trading. The day's done, and they'll talk about. Usually, Dawn will have a topic that she'll talk about during, usually through Monday through Thursday, and then on Fridays it's a freestyle kind of thing. They'll talk about everything and anything. But you can go there and ask questions also. As a matter of fact, you can join the panel live and with an open mic and get involved with that program. So it's a little bit different type than what we do here. So we have different flavors here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. So if this is your first time here today, welcome. Make sure you click subscribe, first of all, share the feed, and make sure you click the notify button so that you never miss one of our programs. And by the way, if you happen to miss one of our programs upon the conclusion of this live and every other live that we have 3 times a day, they are available for immediate review over on our YouTube channel, AmericanDreamTrading.com. So welcome. Again, if I didn't introduce myself because I tend to ramble on and I don't remember what I said, my name is Mark McSee. I'm a moderator with American Dream Trading, and we welcome you here today. One of the benefits about this free outreach is that you can use your social media platform, and if you have a question or a comment, feel free to type them in to your built-in chat box that's within this whatever social platform you're using, and we'll do our best to try to answer it sometime here during the live. Obviously, we can't, you know, discuss one subject, one question for 2 hours because we are limited that way. So. Now, what we do as we do deep dive into different topics, trading strategies, investment ideas, etc., with our paid members, we train and trade up to 12 hours a day live within our own Zoom room. And at any given time, we'll have 400 to 700 people in the room at one time, sometimes more, sometimes less. And we start at 4 a.m. Eastern time, and we are live within our American Dream Trading Zoom channel till 4 p.m. Eastern time. Our VIP Gold members even have Saturday trading. We have live Zoom call training on Saturdays. And since we're in the futures market here, we can trade literally 23 hours per day. And we have members who are trading actively anytime during them 23 hours. We have the people that get up at 2 a.m. real early and like trading at that time. When the London market opens at 2 a.m. Eastern time, people are up trading that because the activity picks up around that time. Again, most of the volume happens the New York time at 9:30 when the New York Stock Exchange opens. But with futures trading, we can trade 23 hours a day. Only between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern is the futures market closed. And then it reopens at 6 p.m. and we start trading again. We have a lot Actually, a high percentage of our members are now trading in the evenings. It's a little bit slower in the evenings volume-wise, but there's enough volume that the price movement goes up and down, so we can make money on that and capitalize on it. One of the advantages of evening trading is that there isn't any economic news releases per se coming out. Now, there's always news coming out all around the world at any given time, but most of that's during the day, right? We don't have gigantic news releases. Generally don't have world leaders getting on TV at that time of night, running their mouth saying this or that about this or that, and affecting the market. So those things tend to calm down and are kind of reserved for during the normal working hours. But so we like taking advantage of that. Now, can we make a lot of money based on people opening their mouths on TV? You better believe it, right? But those things are generally unplanned, and then you can get some wild swings and get caught up in that and end up losing money, or you can make a lot of money, depending on how you react to it. But those are unplanned. Another benefit that our paid members get is they get a weekly newsletter. Futures, the VIP Gold members get their own newsletter that highlights all the stocks and stock-related news, earnings coming out, those type of things that they can use uh, and capitalize on make money the following week. Futures members get their futures members newsletter on Saturdays also, which highlights not only the U.S. markets, but they also get economic releases for all the major markets, like the London market, Tokyo, Germany, the Australia market, the Swiss market, French. So there's financial markets all over the world. Just because you're asleep don't mean they're sleeping. You got to remember they're at a minimum of 6 hours ahead of us, right? So uh, things are always going. That's why the futures market is so exciting. Is that 23 hours a day you can actually trade, and there's all people from all over the world trading at that same time. They're not limited to that 9:30 to 4 New York time like people that trade stocks and stock options. We can trade 23 hours a day, and we do. I mean, if I didn't have to sleep, I enjoy day trading so much that I would do it all night long. So we do take advantage of that in the evenings, and we usually make good money. There's a good group of us hang out together. One of the other benefits of a paid futures membership is that we have a live futures chat room within our Discord, and we get in there and talk about trades or say, hey, gold's moving now, or the euro's moving now. We don't tell each other what to buy or when to get in and get out, right? We don't do that, but we can discuss our trades where we see levels at. Hey, something's moving, take a look at it. And we benefit financially from that as paid members, helping each other out in that way. Now, why don't we say buy now and sell now on certain things? Well, number one, it's illegal to do that. Nobody at American Dream Trading, including myself, any other moderators, any other members, are licensed financial advisors, and as such, we can never give you financial investment or tax advice. We can discuss trades all we want, but we're not allowed to legally say buy XYZ, sell XYZ, right? And you hear people doing that, it's pretty shady, right? Unless they're a licensed financial advisor. And that's the other thing about American Dream Trading. We are not a call out group. We will never tell you, buy this, sell that, go here, go there, right? We are an educational company, and that was what Coach formed this company for, is to be able to teach you how to do what we do here and develop a skill over time that nobody can take away from you, and using that skill to actually make money in the markets. Now, is that a guarantee you're going to make money in the markets? No, there's no guarantees of anything. Matter of fact, the statistics prove there's no guarantees because 90 to 95% of all day traders will be out of day trading in the first 1 to 2 years. They will wreck their accounts and get out, and it'll be done. They say, "Oh, this ain't for me." Now, what those statistics, easy for you to say, don't tell you is a large majority of them people are trying to be self-taught. They're trading on their own. They're lonely in their bedroom, or like I am in my basement, sitting in front of a computer all day, clicking a button. Doesn't sound hard. But when you don't have interaction with other human beings, even if you don't like people, like me, I'm a baby boomer, get off my lawn, right? But we all deep down, we all need that interaction, right? And that's what people that were in the workforce at one time and now they decide, well, I'm going to be self-employed, which is what I am, right? I'm a day trader. My income is totally dependent on my performance clicking my mouse, right? Whether it's day trading or whether it's, you got a little like Etsy program or, you're selling something on the internet or you're on TikTok doing whatever everybody does. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on, right? In social media. People make money off the internet. It's a very lucrative thing if you could do it, right? If you have the education and training and understand how things, the markets and everything move when you're selling something, right? It's not any different than in the stock market. When you understand it, and increasing your education, you can profit from it. There's millions and millions of dollars being made on TikTok and YouTube and all the other social medias every single day. So it must work, right? Same way in the stock market. There's billions of dollars being made every single day in the stock market. So, but understanding what you need to know to successfully navigate those muddy waters is a different thing. And it doesn't happen overnight anyway, any more than it would learning any other skill. But once you learn it, you have this skill. So the benefits of being an American Dream Trading member is number one, you have the owner, which is Coach Chad Christian. He's got 33 years of experience in the markets. He knows what he's talking about. Think of all the things that's happened in the world, the major crisis that's happened over the last 30 plus years. And he's been investing in the market through all of those, right? So he's experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly in the world, right? And how it affects the market. Because when there's a major new news event in the world, it affects the stock market. It affects your profit, how it goes up and goes down, right? Um, and just seeing things come and go and using different indicators and which ones tend to work better than others because there's 1,000 indicators you can put on your chart. It's not that none of them have any value. They all have some value or they wouldn't exist, right? But he's used pretty much all. Well, he has used all of them over time, right? And he used a lot of them extensively, and he thought that was the ones that really worked good. And it wasn't that they didn't work good. It's just he's now distilled it down over with those 30 years plus in the market that what works better and is not overly complicated. Keep it simple, stupid principle, right? Let's try to get it down. Let's not have 1,000 indicators on our chart because what happens? You end up suffering from analysis paralysis, right? There's so much information on your screen. Now you get paralyzed in making a decision because there's so much information. So we try to get it down to the basics, right, and go from there. So anyway, welcome for being here today. If you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat box. So if you have them there, I welcome everybody that's here. I see that. If you'd share this feed, it would be greatly appreciated. And let's over there on TikTok, let's start smashing them like buttons. Let's go up to get up to 9,000 likes today. So start clicking, clicking, clicking. Helps the algorithm a little bit, right? So let's take a walk around the park. See what we got going on here. Early this morning, we had some dramatic ups and downs that had some long runs, and we're kind of experiencing that right now with the S&P 500. It's been on a nice downhill trend since noon, basically. If you got in up here when you could have entered, when you should have entered, you'd be making a boatload of money right now. So look at that. That's all that going down. What? You make money when the market crashes? It's not a crash, but you make money when the market goes down? Yep. We make money when the market goes up. We make money when the market goes down. We even make money when the market goes sideways. Okay. How? How do you do that? Well, that's part of the education that AmericanDreamTrading.com provides to you, right? Uh, in the futures market, we have what we call going long whenever we believe the things are showing us that the price is going to go up, like here, right? In an uptrend, we go into a little what we call a long position. The similar one, if you were trading stock options, that would be a call, right? A call is I'm thinking in a stock options, if that's what I'm trading, is the long up. And then if I want to go make money when the market goes down in stock options, I would do a put. when it goes down. So in futures, it's the same thing. They just call it differently. It's a long to go up and a short to go down. We're trading on a margin account. So I can make money when it goes up. I can make money when it goes down. And I can even make money when it goes sideways. How do you make money when it goes sideways? Well, you find a channel that it tends to bounce around in. And here's a pretty good example, right? If I take off these lines here, um, you can see, let me take this out here. You can see this channel here. Doug, I'm taking lines off my chart. Doug's always making fun of me because I have too many lines. So
Boy.
there we go. What will I do now? Oh, I got less lines on my chart. So we could trade this channel. You can see it broke through it, kind of fought it first, right, to get into this new zone because it was down here. See how this was trapped in kind of trading in that area? Okay. You can make money off of that. So in this case, this recent one, it was just in, it pushed up into this new trading zone, went up here, bounced, come down, touched the bottom one, went up, broke through temporarily, come back down. And went back up, went back down, went back up, went back down, right? So if you learn how to channel trade, that's what that would be called, channel trading. You're playing in a certain zone with it going up and down, where it hits the support down here at the bottom, and it hits the resistance, and so you can play shorts and longs on that all the day. Always you buy, longs on support, and you buy shorts on resistance. So at the base is your support, right? In other words, that's the floor of your house. This is the support. Resistance would be your ceiling, right? To be able to break through the resistance, to break through your easy for you to say. To break through the resistance, in other words, the ceiling in your house, you have to punch a hole in it to get through, and that's what this tried to do, and just couldn't hold up. So, but you can play channel trading. It's harder to do, but we know how to do that. I can make money doing this. Okay, it's not just as easy as clicking a button. If it was that easy, everybody would do it, right? Playing a guitar is not easy. If it was, everybody would play guitar, right? If gymnastics was easy, everybody'd be an Olympic medalist, right? And it's not easy. It takes effort, it takes study, it takes education, it takes experience doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? Being able to see visually what's going on and recognize it. And then it takes uh, action on your part to enter the trade. Another benefit of being a paid member is that you get that personalized training. We had 2 hours of training with our paid members earlier today, and we talked about, well, one of the topics we talked about. We talked about a lot of different topics, um, and it is member driven. If they have a question, we'll talk about it. One of the questions I presented them: what stops you from getting into this trade? Why didn't you get into that trade? Or what prevented you from making money? You heard everybody making money. They had to go get dump trucks. Everybody was making so much money. What stopped you from getting into this trade? Why didn't you? You saw it. You heard people talking about it, right? Oh, the S&P is going down, right? Why didn't you get into the trade? What's stopping you from entering a trade? Okay. And one of our members had nailed it right on the head. Fearful. And so what's the basis of our fears? Well, maybe I'm not educated enough. Maybe I'm ignorant about when I should get in and when I should get out. That's a real thing, right? So how do we get over that one item of fear, right? Well, we got to get more educated, right? We got to learn. We got to listen. We got to put in the book work, right? Showing up every day and listening. It takes work to get over that fear. So if I don't know when to get out and I have self doubt, should I enter or shouldn't I enter? Well, I entered. Why didn't you? What's the difference? Well, I have 2 years of experience, right, versus somebody that just joined. I've listened to coaches' teachings and his trading strategy, and he teaches on these very things: when to enter a trade and when to get out, what to look for, right? So I've heard it more than somebody that just walked into the room today. So, um, so I don't have that fear as much. Do I have fear of getting in sometimes? Yeah. Okay. Maybe we don't feel confident in our abilities. We kind of know, but I don't want to lose money. I'm afraid of losing money. Well, what are you going to do to get over that? What are you going to engineer out of your life so that you can move forward? Whether it's day trading, whether it's learning a new skill. Say you want to learn to play the guitar, right? What are you afraid of? We're afraid of things that we don't know of, right? We talked about Somebody knows how to do something, but I don't. So first time you do it, it's kind of we will tend to avoid things that we don't know about, right? Because of fear. And let's face it, most of our fear is unfounded, right? If there's 50 other people doing it, why can't I, right? You can, but you have to overcome the steps, the roadblocks that's in your life to be able to do it. Day trading is not easy. It's very hard. It takes a lot of work. You got to put in sweat equity. But once you start being more confident, because now you have an education, all these lines and bars and all these things moving around on a chart, it might as well be the matrix code when you first start looking at it, right? You know how the matrix code is from the Matrix movies. It's just a bunch of jumbled up numbers scrolling down the screen. Don't make a lick of sense, does it? But those guys learn, I read that code, they know how to interpret the code, and it makes perfect sense to them. And again, I know it's not real, but it's the same thing. Once you start seeing things and you start learning the lingo and you get the training and you keep hearing things over and over in a repetitive way, it'll eventually sink in and you have that light bulb moment where, oh, well, I understand that now, right? So that's all part of learning a new skill. Nothing worth it comes easy. That's an old adage, and you've probably heard it 1,000 times. It's maybe sick of hearing it. But anything worthwhile never comes easy. You have to put the time and the effort into it to learn. So if this is something you want to do, well, guess what? You're not going to make $1 million today, right? It's not. This is not a get rich quick scheme. I'll throw $1,000 in the stock market and hope I make money, right? So that's not the way to go about it. You need to go about and learning any skill in some sort of a systematic approach. So Tom over on TikTok Live says, any insights in prop trading as a career path? It has its place. If you've never traded before, the only thing you're going to do is make the prop firm rich. Prop firms survive by having, because if you don't know what a prop firm is they will pay you to trade. Okay. Now there's a lot of requirements, a lot of steps involved, and you use their money to make money off. Sounds great, don't it? Well, what they you don't know at first. I mean, they'll clearly spell it out. It's not like they have rules and they have qualifications. So you got to start out by with the paper account, not trading real money. You have to you have to make so much money each day, and you have to do it multiple days in a row, and yada yada. They're all a little bit different. Okay, it sounds enticing, but it's not free. You actually have to pay them to do that. And then the end hope is after time and after you pass all the qualifications that they put in front of you, which are not easy, then the idea is they will allow you to trade with their money and you'll keep a portion of it and they'll keep a portion of it. However, what keeps prop firms going, if you think about it, they're going to give you money and they're going to take a cut of it, right? Uh, how if everybody was successful, would they be able to stay in business? Of course not, right? So their whole again, I don't want to badmouth. I'm not throwing them all into one bag, right? Because there's some good ones out there. There's a lot of shady ones out there too, because it's an unregulated industry. The way that they survive and the way that they make money and the way that they help fund things is by new traders coming in saying, "Oh, this sounds great. I get to trade with somebody else's money and I don't have to risk my own." Right? Well, it is a subscription-based program, so you have to pay every month for that privilege of trading. It could be anywhere from 50 to, whatever, $400 a month, depending on the size of accounts that you get. Okay. Matter of fact, Coach is showing people live how to on doing that. Right? He's just showing it. He's been trading out of a prop account here off and on for the last few weeks, as a matter of fact, longer than that actually. But he's been showing it more often just to show people. So you get to the point you qualify and you get in there. Now you can start trading with their real money. Okay, and the rules all still apply. Matter of fact, the rules are even harder. You still have to qualify, and you can only make so much in a day, and whatever their rules are. What they don't tell you is if you break one of those rules, if you don't meet your qualifications on a day-to-day basis, you got to start all over again. And how do you start all over again? You got to pay them again. So you get people that come in there that don't know what they're doing and they pay their monthly fee to get in to qualify. Then you got to move up and pay another one. Okay, And if you would fail at any one of the times, they reset your account, and then you have to start all over again. You have to keep feeding them money to do that, and that's how they survive, because they know the statistics as well as I just quoted you. 90 to 95% of the people will fail. So, is it for a brand new trader? Nope, because all you're going to do is feed them. You got to know what you're doing. Can you make money with them? You most certainly can. Coach makes money, is making money with them, okay? But he knows what he's doing, right? He's been trading. It's woe unto you if you don't heed this advice. If you're not an experienced trader, you have no business using a prop firm, right? Now, what it does give you is so you don't wreck your own account, right? If you can pick it up pretty quick, you're not risking your own money. So if you do fail, all right, now you haven't really lost other than the 50 or up to whatever their fee is every month. So yes, your downside is limited in that regards. But I would personally, my personal recommendation would be to just get a lot of experience in day trading futures before you even consider looking into something like that. So you can take that and $1.25 with my advice. Go get yourself a cup of coffee at McDonald's. So thanks for that question. We do get that asked a lot because it does sound enticing. I don't use one. Can I? Yeah. Can I probably do it successfully? I believe I could, but that's going to take away from me trading my own real money, right? And I'm going to make more money on my real money than I would make with a prop firm. So, will I ever use one? I probably will eventually, just to say that I did, and try it and see how it works and everything. But I'm not that excited where I'm going to go sign up today to do it, because I can take my own money and trade it, my own real money, and trade it. I get to keep 100% of what I make. So I'm not really all that interested, quite honest with you. Good to see Candlestick Johnny, Trading Pennies, Miana, Ralph over there on YouTube Live. Thanks for being here. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in there. And make sure we're clicking the thumbs up button over there. Why don't my thumbs up button on YouTube match how many people are currently watching? So what's that tell you? You don't really want to give me a thumbs up? You don't like what I'm saying? That's okay. I'm not offended. Can't hurt my feelings. I'm a baby boomer. Right now, I only have half of the amount of people that are watching and like. So go over there and smash that thumbs up button, would you, over there on YouTube? It hurts my feelings when you don't give me a thumbs up. Please. Oh, wait, I don't have feelings. I'm a baby boomer. Get off my lawn. But anyway, go there and smash that thumbs up. You're here. It helps our logarithm, if you would. All right. Any other questions before I move on here? Check here real quick. Don't see any. Let me see here. Let me give you an overview of everything AmericanDreamTrading.com. I have this little, I call it an infomercial. It's a little, about a 5-minute video that kind of coach gives you an overview of some of the things that we offer here at AmericanDreamTrading.com. Again, our paid members, you will not see the video or hear it due to the way my system is set up. So just please keep your mics muted for the next 5 minutes or so. I'll let you know when it's done playing. When you hear me talk again, you know the video's done. All right, so here's Coach talking about AmericanDreamTrading.com.
So if you guys are interested in joining us, head on over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. You guys can sign up for a free Discord or one of our paid membership. Our first paid membership that we have is our regular premium membership. With that, you guys will get access to our Zoom. Inside of our Zoom, you will have a live open microphone. You will get live training and trading starting at around 8:45 until market close every day at 4 p.m. when the market is open. You guys will also receive the hot stock pick, the pre-market setup, where we go over strategic levels of certain key different stocks throughout the day you can use, and also at the opening of the bell. As a regular paid member, you will also get the IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will get them first, plus all the videos on demand. We have around 11 videos to help you get started on your journey with us here at American Dream Trading. They'll go over things like day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, the wheel option strategy, our 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed from being in the stock market over 33 years. When you're ready to step it up, you can join our VIP membership. By the way, the premium membership starts at $200 a month. The VIP membership starts at $500 a month. With the VIP membership, you guys will get access to early training and trading starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's 12 hours of access to us with some of our self-made millionaires, mentors. And then you'll get training with me starting around 8 o'clock every single day. You guys will get the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put on a workshop class once per month. You will get all of the previous workshop classes and any future workshop classes as long as you're a paid member. You'll also get all the VIP training videos. We have over 50 beginner and advanced videos to help your journey. We also have the TradingView indicators. These are an overlay indicator system that goes on top of TradingView. It will require a subscription, which is about $15 a month. This is my 2-minute EWO strategy. You guys can use this with stock, options, futures, and crypto. If you're a VIP member and you want to step it up to our highest level that we have right now, which is VIP Gold, you can do that for an additional $250 a month. Now, with all of our services, you can buy monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or annual, and sometimes we have lifetime deals on these, so make sure you guys are watching for deals. With the VIP Gold, you guys are going to get all the mastermind classes for free, and we have another one coming up. I will let you know when that is coming. You'll also get 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and look at your systems and help you get set up with your charts, etc. This is not a one-on-one, but this is to help you get started if you need it. We also have weekend training every Saturday at 11 a.m. If you guys have busy lives and schedules and your jobs, right, are always in the way of you trying to get training, well, we have weekend training. We also have the VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support. We have our news service where we're giving daily and weekly outlooks of the news. We also have breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. with our other self-made millionaires and mentors, so make sure you guys check that out. Everything inside of the VIP room is recorded, so all of these sessions are recorded for you, including all the training that I had mentioned before. You can catch all of this in the replays only for VIP Gold members, so if you have busy lives, everything is recorded for you. Of course, we have other things inside of the VIP Gold, like the 90-day challenge, the debt-free challenge, where we're helping you to become debt-free, and our brand new in beta live Apple chat, where you guys can watch one of our moderators, David over there, live trade Apple with the 2-minute EWO strategy that I have designed and developed. He has made currently at this time, as of December 2024, he is over $320,000 in profits that he has made using this strategy over the last 2 years. We also have our brand new futures membership. You guys will start getting training for futures from noon to 4 p.m. every day, and all the training videos, terminology, everything you need to get started in futures with our futures membership. With the futures membership, you guys also get the TradingView indicators. So those are only available to VIP and futures members. Some of our a la carte services you guys can get. You can get a one-on-one with a moderator. We have all of our training videos, like the mastermind classes, how to grow a small account part 1 and 2 when it's released, but you guys can buy those from our website. You guys can also get inside of our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is $500 a month. You will sit with me every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern for an hour in a small, intimate group where we can go over larger items or just get you kickstarted, right? Can be IRAs, 401ks, SEP, anything you guys want to talk about, swing trading, day trading, right? Anything that you guys want to get inside of that room. It's just like having a one-on-one with me every single week. And again, those are all of our products and services you guys can get at any time by going to americandreamtrading.com.
And there you go. There's a good overview of AmericanDreamTrading.com. Head over to the website. First thing you should do is go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and grab that free Discord. When you scroll over and you hit the landing page there, scroll down a little bit, about halfway down the page, you'll see a little box there that you can click and get signed up with our free Discord. It's always been free, always will be free. Again, you get to get in there and hang out in the stock lounge with other members of American Dream Trading. You can ask questions and interact with them, discuss trades, those type of things. So it's well worth the cost. Free. Who doesn't like free? This is free. You're watching this for free, right? So you must like some things free. So go grab that Discord, get over there and interact, increase your education a little bit with all the free training materials that's provided to you over there. at AmericanDreamTrading.com. So, all right, who's got a question? Question. Who's got a question? Somebody asked me a question. Okay, just watching the markets while you were doing that. Um, Gold's kind of flat. The metals are usually flat the last part of the day. They're not really doing nothing. Currency's kind of the same way. Oil's been really choppy today, up and down. But the indices such as the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, and the Russell 2000. Now, what does that mean? What's a two? Why is that called the Russell 2000, the Nasdaq 100, S&P 500? Right? Why are they called that? Well, because the S&P 500 represents 500 of the top 500 stocks, corporations in the world, right? In the United States, even. The NASDAQ 100 is your top 100 in that sector. It's very tech heavy. It's not 100% tech, but it's very tech company heavy. And then you have the Russell, which they are what they call small cap stocks, small capitalization, smaller companies, right? There's 2,000 of them, and Russell has lots of different indices, but the Russell 2000 is a measurement of 2,000 of the smaller capitalization, small caps as we call them, companies. So these will move differently and for different reasons. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500 tend to kind of move together most days, not always, but most days. You can pretty much look at the chart and see the same thing. They kind of look similar there, right? So this is not just one company, so it doesn't just move up and down on one thing. So the Nasdaq, there's 100 companies affecting that. 10 of them go up and 5 of them come down. It may not move as much. It just depends which ones are moving that day. So there we go. You're correct, Trader B, to the number of companies, and you win. So glad you could be here today. So if you have any questions, if not, are you guys awake out there? How about throw it in a one? Let me know. I don't know. Did my feed go down? Maybe that's the issue. Or did I just talk so much I put you to sleep? That's happened before. I put myself to sleep talking sometimes. Type in a one. Let me know you're awake over there. What about over there on Twitch? I don't see any action over there either. Twitch, if you're still awake, type in a one in there. That way I can see you're still there. Is our feed still working? Facebook, same thing. X, Instagram. All right, Trader B, thank you. Um, Anyhow, yes, I click that there. Yeah, they could hear me out there. You guys just my paid members didn't hear me. Um, Thank you for that, by the way. Um, Other than that, let's go around the block here. So the indices tend to move all day long. We're getting in. Of course, the market closes at 4, right? The New York Stock Exchange. Um, One of the things that's nice about futures, like we said, is you can get in, you can make money when the market's going down, and now I can make money as the market's going up. So I can go a short going down and a long going up. Do that all day long, in and out, in and out. You are trading on a margin account. One of the advantages is that you get instant settlement of your funds. So whenever I exit a trade, all that money is available for me to trade instantly. It's called an instant settlement. Now, if you're doing stocks or stock options on a cash account, you have to wait till the next day for that money's available for you to trade again. It has to be settled funds. Over on TikTok live chat, Romeo says, "You're not coach?" Oh, no, I'm not coach. My name is Mark McSee. I am a moderator with AmericanDreamTrading.com, one of many. We have probably over 20 moderators helping run this corporation. So we have some that work behind the scenes that you really don't hear verbally much, and we have moderators that are on like live like this to be like I am, and then we have other ones that teach also. They're available all day long during the live Zooms and are continually educating our members. But yes, Coach owns American Dream Trading, Jack Christian. I'm one of the moderators, and I handle this part of the lives during the day. from 2 to 4, Monday through Friday. So welcome here, Romeo, over there on TikTok Live. Hopefully that answers your question. Coach is himself is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Same place. So click subscribe and notify so you don't miss those. And you can hang out with Coach live from 9 to 11, Monday through Friday, each and every single day. Matter of fact, Coach wasn't in his home office today. He was actually broadcasting from his Cybertruck for something a little different flavor. He's done that once or twice before. He actually was sitting in his Cybertruck training us live inside his car. So Cybertruck, actually. So it's kind of cool. If you've never been in a Cybertruck, I have. I'd love to have one. Would I go buy one myself? Probably not, but I'd love to have one. They are cool. I know people think they're ugly, but you get inside one of them and ride. Oh Lord, is it? You talk about a smooth ride. Oh, it's amazing. And they do fly just like they're advertised. So I guess if I had the money, yeah, I would buy one. I don't know where I'd park it at. It's bigger in my garage. Excuse me. Big C gamer dad, do you make more money when you're trading in a Cybertruck? I don't know. Probably not because he's got has less resources there. But yeah, he was making money this morning. Everybody was. Um, that's the great thing about day trading. As long as you have an internet connection, you can trade anywhere in the world at any time. Um, and he's got, of course, he's got Starlink inside his Cybertruck, so he can literally trade anywhere he drives, even if he doesn't have an internet connection. So, and that's how I'm coming to you. Actually, I have Starlink at my home. This is how I. If it wasn't for Starlink, because I live in a rural community, I would not be able to day trade because there's no hardwired internet anywhere where I live. So Starlink is a game changer for me. So as you can imagine, I like it, and I'm totally dependent on it. It's a very good service if you're in a rural area where you don't have access. I highly recommend Starlink. I love it. It's very rarely do I ever lose my connection, and I highly recommend it. It's a very good alternative. Matter of fact, the Starlink that I'm on here is faster than the town that's in our counties. They are always complaining about their speeds and stuff. Even though they advertise higher, um, the Starlink matches it. Now, again, it's not fiber internet or anything like that, but we don't have fiber internet within 100 miles from where I live, so I can get it if I wanted it. Anywho, this is how I trade. I trade through Starlink. Yep, because I don't even have good cell service. I mean, I have cell service, but not fast enough that I could trade with successfully day in and day out. All right, so we see the metals aren't moving. Matter of fact, the indices are kind of flat right now. Does that mean we can't make money off it? Yep, we can make. I can look through here. I can see a good setup starting to form here on the Russell. Why is it a good setup? Well, I have these indicators, which comes with my paid membership. I have up here the two strongest VWAP and the 200 MAs up here, and I have all these other indicators, which are just trend lines. It's using mathematical formulas to compute things. Now, will I enter this trade yet? No, but I am. It is starting to look enticing to the downside if it's going to do that. Now, people can throw in orders at any time, and they do, right? Get over here, get my right L2 up. I can watch the L2 where there's orders at. Oh, there's a big orders there at 65. That's way down here. Yeah, they want to, right? Boy, they do want to pull that. They want to pull that down. Look at them big orders down there in the 60s. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong one. Hang on. Wrong button. There we go. Now that looks right. There's my Russell L2. L2 is another tool that you can use. It is you have to pay for it. It's not free. Okay. But it shows you where people put their orders at. These are real orders, but they haven't been executed yet. Okay. So they can pull them out, they can cancel them, they can increase them, decrease them, move them to a different amount, they can slide them up and down. So this kind of gives you an idea where they're sitting. It's not is it 100% foolproof? No. Do you need to have that to trade? Nope. This is just another tool. I traded a whole year without having this. Do I like having it? Yes. I make a lot of money because of it. It's called order book. Or the L2 data. So what I can do is I can see where the large orders, now you can see these orders are all pretty much the same. There's no really huge orders that want to pull it down as a magnet. So if you get a big order, it'll tend to act like a magnet, and people, instead of paying a higher price, well, I'll go down and join this group down here, and I can get it cheaper when the price comes down. So, um, Chris Money asks over there on TikTok live chat, what indicator is at the bottom? This bottom, well, this one here, of course, is the EW or is the coach's indicators. I have VWAP 200, 21, 55, and the 9 on here. This one down here, this wave, is the Elliott wave oscillator, which is part of coach's 2-minute EWO strategy for investing. And then down here, these are just volume bars. Okay, it's the actual volume. So on indicators, the only one that's really live data is your volume, right? Everything else is drawing a trend line on what has already happened. It's continually adjusting, but it's what we would call a lagging indicator, right? Some of the all this math that it's doing, adding up these candles and all, it's a lagging. It's what's already happened. Then I got a little box here. Again, this comes for our paid members. Get this all in one thing. You can see there's not a million things on here. Can I add a bunch of other indicators on here if I want to? Yeah, I could throw 1,000 things on there. But this is what Coach has distilled it down to make it simple. It's not overly complicated, but yet it's got enough information to help us make better um, investment decisions, when to enter, when to exit. But you see, there's no place on here that says buy or sell. We don't do that. And down here is like the ATR and shows the volume and how many people are coming in and out. So this isn't a logarithm; it's a coded thing that it works with TradingView and TradingView only, um, and it helps us to make decisions. So this looks like a lot, looks maybe confusing to you, but it's not at all to me. It's telling me a lot of different things. And with that information, I can decide instantly whether I want to enter a trade. Doesn't guarantee my trade's going to be profitable. I have to make my own decisions on getting in and out. But this helps me in making good decisions, better decisions by watching this. And I will actually wait for the right setup based on my indicators, based on everything else I see here, plus my training, plus my education, right? That all goes together. It's not just one thing. So right now, it's getting to explain what's happening here, why I haven't entered this trade yet. It's not that I couldn't. I could click a button and enter it right now if I wanted, right? As I'm waiting on these indicators here, there's a crossover here, went to green. Now it's trying to cross over here again and maybe turn red. So this is getting a little heavy on the vine, right here. If I go to a 2-minute chart, I can see it's just a different time period, but I can see that there's a red EWO is forming here. It's kind of weak at this moment. I'm not going to enter based on that right at this moment. Again, I could, but it has not. I'm waiting. What I'm actually waiting here is for another confirmation candle to form. So I have this one that's trying to break below one of my main indicators, okay, for a downhill play. However, what I don't like about this is my 9 is still above this. It's still above the 21. So it's kind of at a jammed up position right now. If this breaks and holds below here, my 9 drops below my 21, then I'll consider, based on that information and other things that I see on my screen, whether I want to enter the trade. But I'm going to be patient and wait for the setup that I'm looking for. Okay. So I can jump in anytime. There's a candle. I'm going to wait and see how this is forming. Can I jump into this? Yes, I could. Right. Now, one thing you trade, one of the coach's main rules, you always trade with a stop loss. Okay. Um, why that one's so small? Just hit a button accidentally earlier. So there's a confirmation candle. Can I jump in here right now and make money? Yeah, I can. I got to worry about this bottoming out here and down here, but I'll just show you. I'll enter the trade, all right? So there's my stop loss. This is going to protect me. Let's just say I make a bad decision and this thing goes against me, or sometimes you just don't have control over it. The market will do what the market wants, right? And this shows you my order. This shows you what my real-time profit is, profit and loss. Now, you shouldn't trade your profit and loss, but this is showing you visually what's going on as far as making money. Now I got to worry about right here was a place kind of bottomed out the last time it was down here, and then after that I'm not worried about it. So I'll watch this as this turns green. I'll lock in my profits, right? So right now I'm up. I can only be up 250. What am I on? Am I on the? I'm on the Russell. Okay. Am I on the micro Russell? What's going on here? No, I'm not. Anyway, so I'm in here. I'm up a couple bucks. Still trying to figure out why this isn't the main Russell. It doesn't matter. Anyway, as you can see, I'm up 5 already on this one here, just in a matter of minutes. The most I could lose if I let this pull back on me is 12 bucks. So as this gets tighter, I'll move my stop down. Matter of fact, once it gets way down here, I can slide my stop down to help lock in profits. I can put it right here, guaranteed, but I can't do that right now. I don't want to do that because this candle is going to move up and down just naturally. Now I can come over here and click. I can lock in the profits right here if I want. But I'm going to let it go for a little bit. It's broke through my first little area. I was kind of had a little bit of concern. Now we'll see if it wants to come down just before this white line down here. And I can click right here and lock in my profits anytime I want to. And I can keep rinsing and repeating and doing this all day long. So if I want to lock in this 10, 12 bucks, right? This is how you build accounts, 10 bucks at a time, right? Now I'm up 13. So can I click the button? Yeah, I'm going to see if it right now is a point of decision for me. It's getting down there to level now that may want to bounce a little bit and pause. So I'm going to lock in that $13.50 I just made, just that quick in a matter of minutes, right? So that's how you do it, okay? And that was on the Russell. So, um, but I waited. You see, I said I had my criteria for my entry, and I didn't enter before that because I had no idea whether that was going to pull up or not. And we'll take a look at the S&P 500. See, same thing happened over here. Can I enter this one also? I can do the same thing, right? I got some levels right through here. I can see it's kind of hanging right there. Now, so can I go in here and go short on that one? Yeah, I could. It's kind of pausing right there, so it might bounce up a little bit. So I have to be careful before I just arbitrarily decide to go into that one. I kind of missed a good entry up here. So now my profit margin between here and see how this one bottomed out, we would call that a double bottom if this one gets down there. So it has to retest this level before it can break through it. It could come straight down and blow right through it, right? So could I enter the trade? Yeah. Now my profit potential is probably initial profit potential is limited between here and here, whereas if I'd have got up here, I could have made more money. So I have my stop loss in, and I go in with this the standard stop all the time, and then I adjust accordingly. So I can let if this pulls back and goes opposite way, this stops me from losing more money. It'll automatically execute my trade and get me out of it. Okay. And as this comes down, you can see I'm down 180 bucks, down 60 bucks. Now I'm up 187. Now I'm down 60. How fast that changes? That's how fast you can make money and lose money that quick. And that's why we always use stops when we're trading. So I can move this here, and this actually shows the amount of money I would lose if it gets there. So I'm going to keep this up here because I have a reason for doing that. So I have to watch this now. Do I have to wait till it goes all the way up to get out of the trade? No, I'm not going to let it pull back that far. I still have control when I get out of the trade. Okay. So we'll let this breathe around a little bit. My next area is there's a little minor area right here about where it's at now. You can see how this candle came down touch. So if this would pull back, if I'm looking at my L2 2071, wait a minute, I'm on the S&P. Got to switch that. There we go. So now I'm on the S&P. So now 54, there's a huge order. It wants to pull down to 54, which is right where it's at now. People are buying into it, unfortunately. It's going up 56, so now this trade is going against me. How do I know that? I'm looking right over here. I can see what's going on. There's no large order to pull it down lower, so I still have different points of judgment here that I can make before I exit this trade. I can still give it time, or in a while you are yelling, get out of the trade, which I would have by now, but I can also let it breathe and see if it bounces off the 9, right? That's another indicator there. Watching my L2, it's not looking good for me here. 54. I want to see these numbers getting less, which would indicate people actually want to get in, buy it cheaper, right? And then they're not. See, the numbers are actually going up. So this could be going a reversal against me, but I'm not going to panic yet. I want to see what it's going to do here on the 9 EMA. Could just hit that and come back down. It sounds like I'm losing my voice. It's because I am. So try, excuse me, I had to get something to drink. So by you can see how much money I'm down on this trade, right? Right now over here it says I'm down. Now I should point out this is not real money. This is my paper trading account. I never use my real account when I'm uh, training. Okay, so this is paper money. So if this goes, wrong, it's not. I'm not losing real money, but I still treat it as being real money. When you're paper trading, you want to treat it just like it's real, because if not, you'll start doing things you wouldn't normally do with real money. So you need to treat it that way, develop good habits right off the start. Okay. Um, do we have any teachings for swing trading? Yes, we do. Coach teaches extensively on swing trading. That's a whole different technique. I don't swing trade, but we have a lot of members. As a matter of fact, Ralph's in here. He's one of our paid members. He swing trades. That's his main form of trading. And lots of people do it, and they're very good at doing it. I don't employ that method. I don't want to hold anything overnight. I just I don't know. The way my mind works, what is it doing while I'm sleeping, right? Especially in the futures market, it trades 23 hours a day. You never know what's going to happen. But yes, matter of fact, I just did my first paper trade swing trade here last week, was it? On copper. And I wrote it for 5 days, I think. Paid all kinds of money on it. Looked easy. Now, would I have done that with my real money, let it ride like that? I don't know. I would have to say no, I'm not a swing trader, but it's not. I was never a day trader before either, but I is one now, right? So never say never. It's just something. It's just an investment strategy. I would have to decide to employ it, and I would start out really small with like one little contract and let it go, and try to make a good decision based on my training and education. I'm sure I could be successful at it. I just don't do it. I'm a day trader. I don't hold nothing overnight. I'm in here to grab whatever money I can grab while the grabbing's good and get the momentum. You can see now I'm up $250. See how this is really
You'll get
gyrating
used
around.
to it, Mark.
What's that?
I said you'll get used to it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would. All I just have to do is decide I'm going to do it, right?
That's
Yeah.
it.
And I never say never. I grasp the concept of how you used to do it, right? And like I said, I did that paper trade, and I ended up with a net result that pretty much was as expected, right? Did I get the maximum amount of gains on that trade? No, because some of it gave back when I was sleeping, but I still come out way ahead on the trade. And I had a stop in place, so if it would happen to pull back, I was locking in my profits. Matter of fact, it did. That's what it did do. I had my stop move down into the green, and when it rose up, it hit that stop and it blocked in my profits and exited me out of the trade. Worked just like it was supposed to, right?
But it's really rare that you can trade and not leave money on the table anyway. So
Right. You're always going to leave money on the table.
exactly.
S3D, do I use option flow? Now, I do stock option trading, but I haven't. I mean, I did it my whole first year. I mean, I love trading options, but I've come since I come over to futures and just trading futures almost. Well, I am trading futures exclusively. I don't even trade anything else anymore, right? So I just love the futures. I don't have to deal with the Greeks or any of that stuff, right? I don't have to worry about it. It's more expensive on Monday than Friday. And it's more expensive when earnings reports are coming out for that company. And I'm letting this run here just so you can see how this stop loss works. If it comes up here, it's going to stop me out. Um, yeah, so there's a trade-off between the two. There's a distinct advantage of options trading, whether it's a futures options or stock option trading. There's a reason they exist. You can make a lot of money. You can lose a lot of money, just like any other investment vehicle. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. I am trading straight futures, not the futures options, but it's available if I decide I want to do it. So, um, Golden DeMarco, if you're here to tout a certain stock, that's fine. You can go to a different channel and do that. We're not here to have people promote their meme stocks or their other things or say buy here and out. We're not a call out group here. We're not even going to call it out, even though you can see it there in the chat. That's not what we do here. We are in education. We want you to be able to make your own investment decisions and develop a skill over time that you can do on your own. So I'd ask you to refrain from doing that. Anyway, so we don't offer guarantees in here saying something's going to go to $1,000 and all that stuff going to the moon. And so we don't play them games here. So you're welcome to stay though. Over on YouTube Live, hi, Push. That person says hello, hello back. One Day Lighthouse. What do I think about futures has brought you more success? Is it easier or less volatile? What do you believe has made it more profitable for me? Well, it's not that it's less volatile or more volatile. It's just different, right? Every investment vehicle. I mean, I love the accelerated earnings on when I'm trading stock options. There's nothing that beats it, right? You can't make more money really than you can trading stock options, right? Because you have the Greeks in it. When it accelerates, so does your earnings. I mean, they just multiply, right? Now, on the downside, if it pulls back on you real hard, it also accelerates your losses. So, um, futures is more, to me, and this is not really a true statement, but it gives me the feel of like trading individual stock, but yet I can trade it up and down, right? It kind of has that feel for it. If you ever trade in the pre-market and you trade with those small penny stocks and stuff, that it has that sort of same feeling, but you can make a lot of money. It's still a brain dead. Leveraged is the word I was looking for. Stock options are leveraged generally 100 to 1, where in the futures market they're generally leveraged 20 to 1, so that you do get the benefit of that. So you don't have to spend full price like you would on a stock. So I like it. So, and I can get in and out. I can trade it just the same. When I came over here, again, now I've already been with American Dream Trading for over 2 years now. But during the time of trading stocks and trading stock options, I was building up a skill to trade futures, right? Could I just came into futures and learned that and traded? Well, sure, right? But I am telling other paid members in our group that you should go over and learn how to trade stocks and go into pre-market and learn how to do that, because that's a different style of trading. Teach you how to scalp. And then you can go with stock options if you want. But that all those things that I learned from American Dream Trading was building a foundation for me to trade futures, and I didn't even realize it until I come over here. I'm like, my first day in here trading, I'm like, I already know how to do this. It was actually a light bulb. Well, what? This is different, but yet I already know how to do it. How's that possible? Because the same principles apply that I acquired by having Coach teach, right, and educate us. All those applied over here. Was some of the lingo different? Yes, the lingo's different. Like, I mentioned it earlier. If you're in stock options and you want to go long, you buy a call. If you want to go, you think the price is going down, you buy a put, right? And I did that every day, all day long, right? Made good money doing it. Also lost good money doing it, right? That's just part of the game, right? Part of trading is every trade is not going to be green. So over here, I had to learn, going up is long, going down is short. I had to learn what ticks were, which is a increment of a whole point, and each tick pays a fixed amount. So when it goes up, I make this much. When it drops the same amount, I lose that much. So there's just some little things, and learning how to set your stops to allow for the movement of the candles. That was probably the hardest thing, adjusting, knowing, again, educating ourselves, learning how to do it, how to set our stops more efficiently so we aren't getting stopped out all the time, but yet tight enough that we're not losing a lot of money. So there's a balance there that you have to find. So it's not that it's less volatile or more volatile. It's just different. Everything just has its own thing. I tell our members, and our members that are into futures tell our other paid members that, we make the joke, drink the Kool-Aid, right? Come on over here. We're having a great time. We're making all kinds of money. And and they're just comfortable where they're at. Maybe they'll check it out someday, but they're happy trading stock and stock options. So it's whatever your niche is. I'm not, as far as I'm concerned, at this point in my life, I ain't trading nothing but futures. That's how much I like it. I really do. I enjoy trading it. I'm getting more successful at it little by little, right? But I already had the education and training. And then I didn't even realize it until I came over here and was like, dang, the light bulb went off. And I was like, I know how to do this. So, but you still lose a lot of money doing this too. Every investment vehicle has its element of risk. Um, how many people lose their pants trading futures? Well, sometimes I trade without my pants on, but that wasn't your question. As with any trading, um, those that try to maybe go on their own don't have a support system. They're less successful, right? Don't have the education, training, don't have a community that can back them up, right? Don't have educational materials, right? Um, it's harder. Again, the statistics on people that day trade is 90 to 95% will fail within the first 1 to 2 years. They'll wreck their accounts because they're not doing it properly. Okay. Well, I've been here for over 2 years, so I've beaten the odds, right? Been successful. Yeah, and so I thought it was pretty funny. I can't believe the words came out of my mouth, but they do because that's who I am. Uh, yes. Have we had our members come in here and wreck their accounts? Yep, we have. Why? Because they're not following coach's rules, right? Coach has a set of 8 simple rules to help you prevent from wrecking your account. If you do not follow those rules, you will wreck your account. They're meant to help preserve your account, not to make money. They're there to help preserve your account. And so we've had 3 that I can think of the top of my head that have come in here and wrecked their accounts and say, "Well, this ain't for me." We have one stubborn person in here. She wrecked her account a couple times, and now she decided to follow the coach's rules and back in and is doing okay now. So realize that not following coach's rules, based on 33 years of experience, so he must know something. She found out herself, hey, that guy might know something. I follow his rules. I don't lose money, right? So, um, Coach has 8 rules. Do you know what Coach's 8 rules are? I don't know. Does somebody want to ask me what Coach's rules are?
Hey, Mark, what are coach's rules?
I'm glad you asked.
Some of the rules. Okay, perfect question. You're asking the right questions. I like it already. I'm new here. What are the rules? That's what I'm talking about. So again, right? Some of the most basic rules so I can help you guys. Think about this. Stop losses on each and every trade. What does that do? Keeps you from losing your accounts, right? Not hard. Paper trade only when you're a new trader. It makes sure you're not blowing up your accounts. You're not obviously ready for this. Am I right? Think about it. Every rule I have is not make money, it's keep your money. Don't trade in the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the day. It's the hardest time of the day. I've been doing this 33 years. It's very hard. I get chopped up all the time and I'm like, ooh, it looks good. Oh, it looks good. Oh, I'm going to do it again. Oh, stop. I'm doing it to protect you, right? If you're a new trader, don't trade in the first 30 minutes because it is the most volatile, right? Until we get the shift change when volume comes in again at 10 o'clock. Because why? The very beginning is like this. Yo, 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 yo. Typically, after the first 30 minutes, it will try to decide which way do I want to go today. I'm avoiding you getting wrecked, right? Last hour of the day is power hour, high volume, hedge fund managers making the things happen, trying to get markets to move the way that they want. I'm telling you to stay out of it. So if you're like, well, I keep getting burned up, why are you doing it? Right? Journal. It's for your own mental strength so that you can see what you are doing on a daily, consistent basis. That's all it is for. Did I trade it right or did I trade it wrong? What should I have done? What could I do better? That is what it's for, right? It's your homework every day. You guys can go back and review your trades and go over your journal and what should I have done right there and why did that not work out? It will help you, right? You're strengthening your brain and you're getting rid of your own stuff. Small position sizes. I say that because usually when you go into large, your emotions take over. You're not trading robotically. You're not trading the trades. You'll end up blowing up your accounts, right? That's when we make a lot of mental mistakes, is all the difference was we're going in too big. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. Again, notice the stop part is the most important. Stop out the losers so you don't continue to lose money. If you find yourself in these bleed out sessions, oh, well, I hope. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, we'll see. Oh, it's coming down to support. Oh, it broke that support. Maybe this next, oh, stop. Draw a line in the sand. Use the stop. And then when you guys go green, right? Like, oh, I'm up 100. I'm taking that. That's my daily. That's what I told myself. That's what I told myself. If I can make 100, I'm going to take that. It could have turned into 2,000. Why are you taking 100? Let the runners run. I notice I never said take all the runners off the table. Never said that. I've never said that in my life. We use the shedding technique. We collect as it goes. We take off as it goes because that way we are guaranteeing locking in realized profits. Remember, nothing is realized until you actually click, right, the sell button. All these rules are in place, ladies and gentlemen. They're there to help you. If you can't do these very basic things we talk about, right, how are you going to advance? Stop saying woe is me. Stop saying I don't get it. Stop saying I'm not a good trader. I guess I'm never going to get it. Yeah, because you can't follow my basic rules. They're there for a reason. Again, follow the freaking rules, right? And listen, I know when I get on you guys, I don't get to sell anything and I don't get to make any money. And it's just, I don't care. I need you guys to understand so that you guys can get ahead in life. This is what we're doing this for, right? So when I'm in this mode, right? And again, like, oh, I'm not listening to any of this. You need to listen to all this. This is where the secret sauce, this is the golden nuggets, not the coach, just call out that runner. That isn't going to do you any good, right? It doesn't matter. There's 8 million people in this room. We could call out stuff all day long. You could just hear us shouting stuff. That isn't going to help anybody. If you don't know what to do with it, what good does it matter if one is up or one is down? That means nothing to anybody if you don't know how to handle it. You might get lucky and catch a momentum and you're like, oh, I'm a great trader, and you just keep getting out a million times. It's because it's been going in the same direction all damn day, right? Can you duplicate it? Can you recreate the process every day consistently? This is all about consistency, okay?
And I unmuted myself this time, paid members. There you go. Coach's rules. 8 simple rules. Not hard to follow. But yet we have people who don't follow them every day and they wonder why they keep losing money every day. They wreck their accounts. When I lose money, I can probably 90% of the time, whenever I have a losing trade, it's because I broke one of coach's rules. Now, there are those things that happen, when the market dumps on you and stuff like that, you don't have control over. All those things you have control over. Greg, one of our paid members, has a question or comment. Go ahead, Greg.
Should we have Coach update Rule 6?
What's that?
Stick to stocks and futures?
Yeah. Yes. Thanks. We'll have to bring that up. Remind me that tomorrow. I was like, well, that one was a live. That was from one of his actual live broadcasts that we clipped that from. So, yeah. But you should always start out trading stocks though first. That gives you that's your base. That's your go-to. You learn everything you need to learn there, right? And you end up owning an equity if you want to do that. So, you should always start out with some small stocks to be able to learn how to trade, and we teach you all that. But you're right. We're not getting any love there, are we?
We
Never
are
noticed
not.
that. I never noticed that. I'm gonna have to file a complaint with management. So
Mark, I remember a time that you gave me some feedback, said you should not be shorting these stocks. I was in the pre-market
mhm.
and I was on paper trading still, but I was shorting it in paper trade. You know, you could short pretty much anything over there.
Right, right.
And all that time training, shorting them stocks when they ran up and ran down,
Hmm.
I think it's perfect. It was perfect training for this futures. Been
Yep,
able to short them.
it is. Didn't realize at the time though, right?
We did
But
not. Nope.
now, in defense of myself, that was still legitimate advice, right? In the pre-market. Why?
It was shorting stocks is not realistic in the paper trading because
In
there's
the
very
real,
few stocks that you can
right,
short in the
correct,
real market. Plus, you got to have a margin account, which I did not have. So
right.
uh, I
Yes,
actually
it's
took your advice and uh, stopped wasting
cool.
my time doing something I couldn't even do in the real market.
Well, and we have lots of people that do short and stocks and stock options, right? Do puts, the same thing, right? Except you're not doing it on a margin. The danger is in the pre-market is that there's like you say, there's very few of them, and there's such the volume is not that high. So as you learn by being in the pre-market, it generally climbs up and then dumps, and right, it's not a very if it goes against you, the odds of you recovering from it are a lot harder in the free market because there's just not that big volume, millions of people in there trading something to move it up and down like you'd like to, right? So then you end up wrecking your margin account and getting a margin call, and then a guy with a crooked nose and a baseball bat comes to your house and breaks your kneecaps, right? Because you owe him money. So you don't want to lose your house over something like that, right? So, yep, yep. And quite honestly, I never thought I'd ever trade a margin account. And here I am doing it every day, right? So now the rules are a little bit different here than they are in stock and stock options, right? You have to maintain a minimum or you're in trouble, right? When you're doing stocks and stock options. We don't have that PDT rule here with futures. One Day Lighthouse and Red Barn, um, trading pennies. Talked about. I was talking, but well, maybe I already talked about it. About the break and hold method strategy. It's not number one. It's not my strategy. This is one of the things coach teaches in overall strategies by using his indicators for me either scalping or going long or short on it. Basically, what I'm looking for, and this is all from coach. This is not from me. I didn't come up with anything original here, right? But again, the oversimplified is this is the 9 EMA trend line. Okay, that's an indicator. This line here is the 21 indicator. This one's the 55, and this red one here is the 200 MA, which can turn blue if it's in the positive, and then you have VWAP, right? These two, VWAP and the 200 MA, are your two strongest. VWAP being the number one indicator, right? The whole world uses volume weighted average price indicator. So whenever we're in a trade, to have a stronger trade overall as far as if you're going to rank it 1 to 10 or whatever, right? 1 to 100. If you can have all your indicators, like if I'm in a down, if I'm shorting it, if you can get all your indicators in your rear view mirror, easy for me to say, rear view mirror, in other words, they're all behind you, right? Of course, if I'm going down, in other words, they're all above that gives you more of a stronger indicator because of what these things are telling me that it's in a downward trend, and it doesn't mean it's going to last forever. It's just telling me it's a stronger trade because of the way the indicators are. Now, if VWAP or the 200 would be down here, but everything else is there, is that still a good trade? Yeah, it is, but it's not near as good, right? I have to worry about I always have to know where VWAP and the 200 at all times. Before I even enter a trade, that's the first thing I look for. Where's he at, right? I can click over here in gold right now. Oh, right there they are. See that? Stands like a sore thumb. Do I want to go to the downside? No, because they're down here. They're at the base, right? Support. So whatever one I was looking at. Here we go. The Russell. So to have a more confident, for me to have a more confident trade using coach's one of his strategies is that I want to see my candles overall below all my indicators on a short, or just the flip side on the inverse. If I'm going up, I want to see all these above these indicators, right? And these are all time-based, volume-based. These are on times. The 9 is a very short-term indicator. We kind of like jokingly call it our scalper's trend line. That's not really what it is, but it is a short term. 9, 21, 55, that was indicated time period. So on a 2-minute chart, this will count the 9 will count the last 9 candles, which is an 18-minute time period. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it adds them all up, divides it, and yada, and it adjusts the line continuously. Same thing with the 21. It's not as short as the 9, or as short um, as some of the longer ones, but it's kind of an intermediate. And the 55 is the last 55 candles, 21, and then you got the 200, which is the last 200 candles. So if I'm on a 2-minute chart, that's measuring the last 400 minutes, right? So forth. So the 9 is a short-term trend. It's more responsive and active. I mean, people even go even a lower number than 9. 9 works pretty good for us because it's not overly reactive. It kind of smooths it out a little bit without being too long of a time period. So this gives you a very good short-term trend, and that's what I like as a scalper to trade off of. So I want to see these break and hold below the 9 if I'm going to go short. Can I jump in up here? Well, I can, but you can see if I would had, it hasn't broken held below. In other words, it hasn't. Here's my first candle, right? This broke below the 9, this blue line here, and this would be the second candle that held below, but it really didn't. It gave up a little bit, right? But had I been in this, and now I wouldn't have got in there. So I want to see the candle that breaks below and holds as a stronger indicator of the continuation of that move. Now, if this was like the inverse, then I want to see the same thing. So basically, I want to see these candles stacked up in a numerical order. If I'm doing upside down, if I'm going short, I'm going to see 9, 21, 55, and then it doesn't matter what order these are in. But these three things here, I want to see them in this order: 9, 21, 55. That's a stronger indicator of this downward motion. Now, if I'm going up, right, if I'm in an uptrend, let me find one if there is one in an uptrend. These are all down right now. Let's go do Yeah, see, even gold's weak right now. It's trying to cross over here, but see, my 9 and 21 are still below. Now, as this progresses, they cross over each other, and then eventually the 9 will be up here. So would I go gold, long on gold right now? I can, but it's not a very strong, but yet it is crossing over. So yeah, I could enter this trade. No, I wouldn't because I got a double top right here, so I would hold off until it breaks above this level right here, this 29.30 and a half level, before I even think about jumping in it. But that's beside the point. That's just another thing that I make decisions on entering, right? Again, we don't use any one indicator, right, to make an entry or exit decision. We're taking all of the things, the information in front of my face, and trying to make a better educated decision. Yes, I'm looking at these indicators. I'm looking where they're at. Or it's a stronger trade if these things are behind me. If I'm going down, if I'm going up, these are a stronger indicator for a stronger trade if these things are below me. But that's not all I consider. Okay, and I'm looking at, do I have double tops? Do I have double bottoms? Is there, different levels that are gold levels that are a stronger level of resistances? So there's not. It's just to say, well, when it breaks and holds below the 9, if I'm going short, that's when you get in. Okay, that's what I use, but that's not the only thing I use. Okay, so I am waiting on that with everything else in perfect alignment. And then once it gets into my break and hold here, then I can go ahead and enter the trade. So you can see it crossed over up here. So what I'm looking for before I'm jumping in, I'm watching, I'm waiting for if you want to call it the perfect setup. Would I have jumped in here? Well, no, because what do I got right there? I have VWAP and the 9, but there is a break and hold below the 9 there. But there's no sense of me jumping in when the world's two strongest indicators that all traders use worldwide are right there, and they can bounce off and go the other way, right? And I can get my face ripped off, right, and lose money. So why not wait and give up a few pennies for it to get below this even. And even though I did break and hold, I'm not jumping in until I get past another decision point, which is here below these two. So this is all stuff that we learn through your education and trading, right? So now I would be more secure that I'm away from the 9 and VWAP. Now I can ride that pony down, right? So, I can ride that all the way down there and then get out whenever I want, right? Now, you can see here it pulled back up into the 9, but it didn't really break away and hold away from the 9. So technically, there was no reason to get out of this trade other than giving up profits. Now, what I got out of that, yeah, when it started doing this, I would exit the trade and then re-enter after a broken held on this other level. So it actually went up. But if you had got in up here, right, you had a bigger profit margin, you could afford these little pullbacks, right? Now, I personally would have dumped it and then re-entered because that's one of the things about future trading. You can jump in and out when you want, but you should let your runners run. That's how you maximize your profit without incurring additional trading transactional costs. So again, it stayed down there. I'm watching my indicators. They all stay out still above me, right? Are they all my rear view mirror? Yep. So I'm going to trust, if I'm a scalper, right? I'm going to trust my indicator. As long as it stays below this line, it doesn't break and hold above it, I'm staying in, right? So I'll ride that all the way down. Got in here some consolidation. What happened here, right? I should be still in this trade until it breaks and holds above my other indicators. In this case, I wouldn't get out of the trade. Well, I would, but I would hold longer, be more patient until it breaks and holds above the 9, and then look at what all the other information I had when I get out. So yeah, I would have got out on this short and then waited for another opportunity to trade. Would I have entered a trade in this mess? No, absolutely not, because now I'm trapped between indicators. So again, these are all decisions you're making continuously. It's mentally exhausting to do this. It's not easy. So would I re-enter this trade again? Okay, well, yeah, there's my break of the 9. There's my confirmation candle. I could have entered in here, right? And I could make money between here and there. What do I have down here? I most likely would had in real life would not enter this. Could I made a lot of money there? Yes, I can. There's quite a bit of a gap there actually. I don't know how far that one is. I don't have to spread out all that far. But if I'd say I got in here, oh yeah, that's a lot of money. Ooh, okay, that's 43 ticks, 40 ticks. What's the Russell paper tick? Ralph, it pays. The Russell pays $5 for a tick. So 5 times 40 is what? What's 5 times 4? 32. Going to be $320 per contract. But the thing that would have scared me off, and again, the potential of making money, you still have to evaluate, right? Because it could come down here. This is a double bottom. And actually, it's more than that. If I go across, you can see here where there's a whole bunch of times it hits this level, right? I got a line there for a reason, right there. So you touch down there, it bounced, come down here and bounced off, come over here, up here and rejected off of it. It did break through here after a few times of testing it, right? So that's a very strong level of support. So I already had that line drawn on there. I had it drawn on there for a reason. So in real life, would I had entered this on this break and hold? No. Why? Because I have a double bottom. Well, it's more than a double bottom, but in all intents and purposes, it is, right? So I would have waited to see what the reaction would be. And you can see it tried to break through to the downside. It just didn't have enough steam to do it. Does that mean it won't? No, it doesn't mean that. Never know. So that's what the break and hold is. It just, can you do it as soon as it breaks? Sure. But I want that confirmation candle, that hold, to show that it's there. And I learned that directly from Coach. This is part of Coach's, some of the things he teaches. He also teaches us how to recognize patterns. There's a double bottom, right? There's key levels that we have to learn, what these indicators, how they all work together, right? How does volume come into play in some of our trades? There's a whole lot of things to learn, right? So you just can't say, well, every time it breaks and hold below the 9, I'm getting into a trade. That's not the strategy. Don't misunderstand that, right? You hear me say that, you want the break and hold, but that's just one piece of the puzzle. I'm looking at a whole bunch of information. Now, granted, I'm making that decision in fractions of a second, right? I can flip to any chart and tell you if I want to trade it right now. Do I want to trade this? Heck no. That's a mess. See, why don't I want to trade that? There's no volume. Look at all them dashes. There's no volume. Of course, it's the end of the day. Copper doesn't trade heavily. What about currency? Would I want to trade this? I could. It's coming off a bottom bounce. However, As you can see, I haven't broken hold above these key indicators here. And I got the 200 and VWAP right here, which those are a mile away because you got to remember currency's only moving micro pennies. So yes, if it breaks and holds, seeing how I'm just now getting here, if it would break and hold here, can I make some money between here and there? Yeah, I could, but I won't because why? Currencies don't have any volume this time of day, so I wouldn't even look at it. Quite honest with you, I'm just going through and telling you. Same thing here, right? Well, is this going to break and hold below the 9? Well, it could, but would I enter that? Well, if it was going to pull to the downside, it would, but I got to roll strong lines here. So how am I able to make them instantaneous decisions? Well, training and education and experience, taking what coaches taught us and applying them and doing it over and over and over again, and it just becomes second nature, right? Do I make wrong decisions? Yeah, I've read trades every day. Every day I got read trades, right? But I have less of them every day than I used to have because I'm applying it. You come to a realization that coaches' rules work. Those 8 rules have their purpose. And if I break one of them rules, I can almost certainly point back to that trade and say, well, I broke this one of those 8 rules, and that's why I lost money, right? And again, there's those things that you have no control. People dumping a bunch of bazillion shares, and it checks back on you, right? So anyhow, that's what that is. That's just one piece of the puzzle of many. When you guys are ready to step up your education, you're getting tired of watching the freeze and getting little tidbits here and there, right? Because every day we might talk about something different. Every minute we might talk something. We deep dive into all these things. There's extensive training within American Dream Training, 12 hours a minimum a day for our certain membership levels. And speaking of membership levels, remember Coach's video had all those different membership options. The reason we have them, different membership levels, every membership has its privileges, right? The higher tiered ones cost more for a reason. There's more there for you. Membership has its privileges. But you should, if you ask me what to get, I would say get VIP Gold. That offers you most of everything in one package, right? Now, futures and crypto, which I'm in futures, is its own separate standalone membership. That's not included into VIP Gold. But Coach has a thing right now. It's called the Diamond membership. All right, it's not inexpensive, but it's every single membership that we have. It's the keys to the kingdom. It's an all-inclusive, make one-time payment and get everything that American Dream Trading has. Every single membership level, every single video, every single training things. So they're all been recorded in the past. You get access to everything in the past, everything into the future. Any new type of memberships or programs or trainings, any new products that we come out with, you get them all for free. I mean, nothing's free. You got to pay for that one-time membership. But anything else that comes out, there's no additional charges for it. That's the Diamond plan. It's all inclusive. It'd be like going to beaches or sandals vacations, right? It's all inclusive. You pay a flat fee. Try to say that 3 times real fast. Pay a flat fee. I can't even say it once right. You pay once and you don't have to worry about being nickel, right? If you want something, you go get it. It don't cost anything, right? You flash out your little membership card at Sandals, and there you go. It doesn't cost you anything, right? So this is the Diamond membership. It's a one-time. Now this is a special offer here, so this will not last forever. I don't know what day he's going to stop it, but it's not going to be a long-term thing. It's currently it's at a $50,000 value if you take all our memberships, all the other things we have for having the keys to the kingdom, being able to get into everything and anything whenever your little heart desires for $10,000, one payment, 10,000. If you went and bought all those on your own, lifetimes, they would be over 50,000. So, and that doesn't even include anything that we will be developing and are in the process of currently developing programs for the future. So it's a one-time, have it all, and anything new in the future. Go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down, click on the memberships. You will see that Diamond membership there. You will never ever have to pay anything ever again. Is it for everybody? No. I mean, everybody's got their own budget, right? So I started out with the basic package, and every time coach come out with something new, I bought into it. I will tell you that every time I got into a membership package, it paid for itself usually within the first week. Some of them same day, because of the additional training opportunities and videos and access that I had. I pretty much recovered all of my membership fee for the year in the first week. Am I guaranteeing that'll happen to you? Nope. I can't even guarantee you'll make money by having one of these memberships. I'm just sharing my own personal experience, and I've heard it repeated by others. Results not guaranteed, promised, inferred in any way. I'm just sharing with you my personal experience. So
As a Diamond member, I can encourage everyone to invest in themselves.
there you go. There's one of our real live breathing Diamond members, right? Were you in futures before you were in a Diamond member?
No, sir, I'm new to futures, making good money.
There you go. So he got his all inclusive and decided to come check it out, right? Now, if he wants to, he can go trade stocks, hang out with them people. If he wants to trade stock options, he can go hang out with them people. What about if you want to trade crypto? Are you able to hang out with those people?
Yes, sir.
All right, at will, right? You can go in each one every day if he wants, right? You
A
got to
little
watch
bit
him.
of it all.
Yeah, you got to watch them crypto people. They're a little wild over in that room. Not really. No, we have some good moderators over there. People really care and they're helping out. It's a growing. Now it's our newest is crypto. So that's a work in progress, right? You can actually get a crypto membership for $500 a year or $1,500 for a lifetime. That offer again is not going to last. Why is that one discounted? It's because it is our newest membership. They're building it from the ground floor up. So, it's kind of like, you build a house. Well, about, you know, 2 out of the 4 rooms are remodeled already. So you just have to put up with the construction as it goes. So coach is offering you a large discount on grabbing that membership, getting in on the ground floor, and who knows, you might be one of the ones that help build it up even more. So. Did I hear somebody raise their hand? Did you put it down? Okay. So hopefully that answered your question. Good to see you, Doug Moon over there. Yep, decision on entry points where the money is made. That's right. Entry is the key to profits. And by using these indicators and using coach trade, oh, look at the NQ taking off. Wow. Look at that money I missed out on. Woo. That thing's going to the moon right now. Again, I've already made my money today. I don't have FOMO. I don't. Not for real.
Yeah, quite a few of them are running up, Mark.
Yeah. Why is that?
MYM.
Why are they running up right now? What time of the day are we in?
It's that power hour.
Power hour. There you go. Yes, Ronald, that is the case over there in crypto. You can go over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and check that out. 500 a year, I believe it is. Don't quote me. Just go to the website for that's the authority over there. 1,500 for crypto. I believe that's right. I could be wrong. Not the first time I'd be wrong in my life. But the final authority is, well, Doug just confirmed it. Let's go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and check out the crypto. I don't go over there myself, even though I can. I don't. I take a peek once in a while. I'm not a big crypto person, but they are making some serious money over there. They're trading stuff I've never heard of over there. Again, that's why, just because I'm not educated that way. I've traded Bitcoin, but that doesn't make me a crypto expert. Yes, this is power hour. It's the most volatile time. If you remember, one of Coach's rules was what? Futures is sorry, but those deals are going on for crypto is yes, 500 for the year, or if you want to jump in now, get for 1,500 for one time lifetime. You want futures? We got futures. They're over there too. It's 250 a month. I mean, there's different variants, however you want to pay it. I believe it's 2,500 for the year. There's yearly, there's 6 months, quarterly, monthly. Obviously, you save the most by paying by the year. We just had some specials over there. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Let me double check. Are any of them still going or not? Let me double check. If they are, it'll be reflected on the website. But let me double check here real quick. go. Let me check my information. All right. Right now you have that diamond membership, all inclusive, everything for 10, one-time payment of 10. Okay, 10,000. You can get a VIP lifetime. You can get the VIP Gold Complete, which is the VIP and the VIP Gold add-on for one price. Or you can actually, we have a sale on the Gold add-on if you already are a VIP member. Yeah, there's no current reduction, no sale on futures. So you go over there to the website, check it out. No, there's not on futures. We had one. We were practically giving them away, weren't we? A couple of weeks ago, and a lot of people took advantage of that. Unfortunately, that deal is gone. And we did have we had a lifetime on the futures, didn't we? I can't remember. That was month of January, wasn't it? Yeah, whole New Year. You had a discount code you could use. We even had a Christmas one. So even at that value, let me assure you, I made more than that today in one day than the cost of a annual membership. Matter of fact, Doug's paid for the value, half of a yearly membership in the last 2 days. In the last 2 days, he could have paid for half a year's worth, right? He's kicking it. We have members do that each and every day. So, can you have a cash account for futures? They ask over there on TikTok. No, it's a margin account. Now, it's different than a stock trading margin or stock options, where you have to maintain a $25,000 or more in your margin account at the end of the day, or you can be denoted as a pattern day trader, PDT rule, right? So, I mean, you can still trade with less than 25,000 over there in stocks or stock options. However, you're limited to 3 round trips per 5 trading days. So, if you do more than that, then you're going to get flagged as a pattern day trader and you'll be in violation. Now, over here in futures, now, yes, you are trading on margin. However, there's no minimum amount you have to maintain in your margin account. Okay. The only thing you have to have is a minimum amount to open up a margin account with your broker. I'm currently with Webull. They require $500 to open up a margin account for the sole purpose of trading futures. You also have to buy your own. You also have to buy the live data package. That's different than the stock and stock option. As a matter of fact, through the CME group. So there's that additional expense. You can't use the same data package with it you use with stock and stock options. Totally different from futures. So yeah, that's kind of a little, pain in the neck that way, and it's also way more expensive. But you just got to look at that's the cost of doing business. Okay. So, yeah, that's okay, Ron. Don't worry about it. It's still a fantastic value over there. Go over there, take a look at it. If you have any additional questions, you can grab our free Discord at AmericanDreamTrading.com. You get in there and hang out in the stock lounge and take advantage of stuff there. And there's actually some training videos in there about futures that you can access for free. Now, there's a whole bunch you can't access unless you're a paid member, but there are some training videos in that. So you're welcome. Thanks for asking the question. But anyway, it is a margin account trading futures, but you do not have to maintain any minimum amount in your account. If you go down $10, you can have $10 in there. However, I mean, you can obviously, if you don't have enough in your margin account, limits what you can trade on any given day, but there's no minimum amount that you have to keep in. So you don't have that pattern day trading rule to worry about. So that's better in that regard. It's more kind of almost like a cash account, but it's still a margin account. If you don't have the money in your account and this thing goes against you in a wrong way in a hurry, yeah, you can end up with a margin call. So there is some sort of risk involved in any kind of investment vehicle. Make sure you weigh any investment vehicle against the amount of risk you're willing to assume before you enter into a trade. Last thing we want you to do is wreck your account, right? If you're not careful, if you trade without stops, you can quickly wreck your account in minutes. But what was Coach's number one rule? Never trade without a stop, right? So, good question. And then there's fees every time you make a trade. It's basically, well, again, you have to check out your brokers, what they charge, what their margin requirements are. They're all different. I mean, you can get some brokers only want you to, you only need $100 to open an account. So now there's not a whole lot you can trade for $100, but there are things you can trade during the day for $100. Just the more you have in your account, the more you can buy, more things that are open to you to trade, right? You're not going to trade a contract of gold for no $100, right? It's like $2,000 to day trade a one contract of gold, right? Now that's with Webull. Now your broker may be half of that or a fourth of that. So you do need to take a look around at what brokers you use. I'm looking into one right now that I'm probably going to move my account in because the amount of trades that I make in a day, it will cut the fees are. I'm not going to say they're 50%. They're probably maybe closer to 40, but they're between 40 and 50% less expensive than Weebles, right? So there's nothing wrong with Weeble. I've been with Weeble for over 2 years, so I'm happy with them. Never had an issue with them. But because I'm in the futures, every time I make a trade, I could be saving more money that would go towards my profit. So it's getting to be now that it may be more beneficial for me to look elsewhere. I haven't done it yet, but I've been using that broker software, but I haven't made that move. So you can explore. There's each brokers have their advantages and disadvantages. One thing, seeing how this is tax season, and I just got my taxes done today, and yay, I don't owe any money. I set enough aside all year long. I don't have to pay a penny more. So nailed it. Um, you fees are a concern if you're a heavy trader. There's all different things, margin requirements. Just go investigate them on your own. Pull up your Google, get in them interwebs, and do your own research and look at the different brokers. One of the most important things you really got to watch out for, and I didn't think about this till I don't know the other day. Do all your brokers provide you a detailed trading report so that when you go to file your taxes? Or do they require you to keep track? There's some of these low cost brokers do not provide that to you, right? So if you don't ain't keeping track, you got to be careful. Some of these low rent ones, they're low rent for a reason, right? Cheap is not always better, right? Inexpensive is okay, but cheap is not always better, folks. Make sure you check that. And what I'm considering now that I went in there and got in and looked, yes, they do. Now, they don't provide all the individual trades that like Webull does in one document. They make you have to go in and download it monthly or whatever. You can do it. There's another way around. It's just not as convenient as Webull, where when they prepare the thing, it's all on one document. You click one button, download it, print it out. So Weebles is a lot better in that regard. But yet, what I'm looking at, and my paid members know probably which one I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention it because I haven't made the. I don't want to sound like I'm endorsing it, but it's good. I think I'm probably going to go. I'm 99% sure I'm going to switch there. I just haven't done it yet. They don't provide it all in one document. You just got to go in and print out each month and all. And it's just a few more hoops, but it's still there. They do provide the tax things that you need to file with your tax return. So always check that out before you go switching. If you got to keep track of all your trades, ooh, that would be a headache. So you don't want to have to do that. So seeing how it's tax season, right? Made me think about that. So anywho, what's going on over there on Twitch? Is nobody there today or what? I think Twitch just kind of, are they on vacation or what? Anybody on Twitch, type a one if you're over there on Twitch. I don't have my Twitch feed up. I mean, I do, but not the actual to see who's there like I do with TikTok and YouTube and all them. Are you there, Twitch? Type a one or something in if you're there. You don't even have to say anything. Just type a number in. I might have to pull up my feed tomorrow. Usually CVS is over there all the time. He's there every day. Maybe they're on vacation. I don't know. Maybe they fell asleep. Maybe I'm boring. So anyway, well, or just maybe they just woke up.
Get him,
There
Mark.
we go. There we go. Oh, okay, Fishing Magician. Good to see you back again. Thank you. I was kind of wondering over there. Usually I get a question from somebody over there in Twitch land. Thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me know it's still live. Are you in the house all by yourself? Might be. Huh? All right. Well, remember, viewership goes up and goes down day to day, right? Even during the feed, people are like, I don't want to listen to this guy. I'm going somewhere else, right? This guy's boring. I'm moving on. So hopefully you are getting some education here, right? I know it's piecemeal and it's here and there, and I try to answer people's questions as they ask them, right? And we'll conduct some live trades in the process. But we do this every day, Monday through Friday. Again, you can watch these live as long as you want, right? You can go over to our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Well, it's American Dream Trading without the .com. It's American Dream Trading is the channel name. And we have well over 2,000 videos. I don't know what the exact count is. I probably should go look because I mention it every day. That you can go over there and watch for free also. And upon the conclusion of this broadcast, this will be automatically posted over on our YouTube channel also. And all the past ones. So if you want to watch any of Coach's or mine or Don's, the Aftermarket Show, which starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time today, head on over there. And if you've never been to the Aftermarket Show, you can see how those will run. You can go over and watch the replays of those also. Oh, Nate, thanks for sending that over there. Nat, thank you. Why do I recognize that name somehow? Anyway, thank you for the little dinos, the tiny dinos. Is that what they call them? Not all hip and up on what all those are called. Thank you for those gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. If this is your first time here, make sure you click subscribe. That way you don't miss any of our future broadcasts. We are wrapping up this broadcast for today, but we are live here each and every day from 2 to 4 p.m. We are live 3 times a day. Yeah, that's why. And you're here every day. Okay, that's why. I thought, why does that look familiar? I just couldn't picture it. My brain is tired today. We are live 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I'm live with the Futures Education and Trading Program from 2 to 4 p.m. each and every day, Monday through Friday. And Don hosts our aftermarket show over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, from 5 to generally 6:30-ish on average at night. It's a fun time over there. I pop in there myself once in a while, not as much as I have lately. I don't know. Maybe I'll pop in another night. Well, I said I was going to pop in the other night, and I didn't do it, depending on what happens. So, anyway, I thank you all for being here today. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Again, if you think of something you want to ask, a question, write it down and ask it tomorrow. We'll do our best to try to answer your questions for you. I thank everybody for liking and sharing the videos. I appreciate it, and thank you for the follows and all the gifts. Market closes at 4. Now the futures market closes at 5, and it's closed from 5 to 6 Eastern Time, 4 to 5, all obviously Central Time. So, and then it reopens at 6 again Eastern Time, and we start trading. It's only closed for 1 hour out of the 24 hours in a day, and that's why we love the futures market. So, thank you all for being here. We will see you at the same time, same bat channel, and remember, whoever you paths cross today, despite them maybe having a smile on their face, you really don't know what's behind the smile. They may be having a bad time in life. Try to make their day better. Leave a lasting memory. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.